Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Limits Movie Podcast. We're finally out of Western territory now, and we're into some Scorsese with Hunter, who you guys may remember because it's not the first time he's been on the show.
This is how many performances?
This
Appearances
is
now.
performances.
It's like the fourth one now, or something like that.
Guys, this isn't rehearsed, I swear. Okay, this is the fourth one, yeah, because Die Hard, Shawshank, and Silence of the Lambs. And you are a Scorsese fan, from what I've...
Little bit. He's like one of my top three usually.
Yeah. So today we're talking about this is a blind watch for me. I'd never actually seen Shutter Island before this. This isn't my first Scorsese. I've seen like Departed and Wolf of Wall Street and Taxi Driver and that stuff. But yeah, Shutter Island, I'd never seen it before, despite the fact that I am kind of a Scorsese fan. I do like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I just never watched this one. I don't know why. I never got around to it.
Yeah, that's why I got into this, because I was doing like a DiCaprio one, kind of like I was going crazy with his movies, and one of the more higher rated ones that looked interesting to me was Shutter Island. I was like, oh,
is this on the IMDb top 250?
It's at 8.2, so it might be.
Then it's probably near like the bottom of it.
I never look at top 250. I was just messing around. I was like, oh, Shutter Island. It seems like a good movie. I'm kind of curious. Like the idea of being on an island sounded kind of cool and atmospheric.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, yeah, I'll watch this. DiCaprio in it. I feel like I had to watch it to understand the DiCaprio lore, so I watched it. It was an interesting experience, actually.
Yeah. I do know for a fact that you're a bit higher on this movie than I am. And I don't want to say that I didn't like this, because there are things I did really like about this movie, which we will get to.
Mm-hmm.
But so yeah, that's your history with it, and I just said I barely.
Yeah, you watched it like a few days ago.
Yeah, I saw it 2 weeks ago now. Actually,
2 weeks.
Was it just a week? It was a week, I think. I think it was just a week.
I must be tripping if it was 2
Yeah,
weeks.
it was just a week. Because and then I just watched it one night. So I was like, yeah, I gotta do this podcast. I may as well watch it. And yeah, I had a pretty good time.
Mm-hmm. It's a good movie.
So obviously the basic story here is that Leonardo DiCaprio, he's got a partner, Mark Ruffalo.
Mm-hmm.
They're like partners. They go to this island because there's goofy stuff on the island.
Yeah, goofy stuff going on. They want to find, was it Teddy Daniels they wanted to find?
I don't know his name, but... And then there's like this girl who is freaky and leaves her cell or something, goes off the island for a while, supposedly.
Yeah, she was in one of the prisoner things, and she got out somehow, but they didn't know how. There's no way she could have made it out, logically speaking. So DiCaprio's character, he's like two different characters. Technically, he has two different alter egos.
Well, we'll get to that.
Yeah, but so it's kind of weird. I'm kind of confused on which character to call him right now, but
just call him
Ted.
We
call him Ted.
Okay. We're gonna call this real DiCaprio and fake DiCaprio. So fake DiCaprio, who is the one at the beginning of the movie, spoiler alert.
Yeah. That's why he doesn't smoke.
That's okay.
Yep.
So yeah, they go on this like little hunt for this girl and stuff, and there's all these weird things that keep happening. Like they go to interrogate some people, and one of them quickly writes "run" on the paper.
Right. I remember that. That was actually a really cool detail. I was like, oh, what's going on here?
It's good at like confusing you. Like, what the hell is going on here?
There's a bunch of goofiness going on, and I think it was in that section of the movie as well. Like you see, so there's a shot of a prisoner drinking water, and when you look at it again from Teddy's perspective, it's empty. And this is because Teddy's children drowned in the water, which we'll get to later. But his children drowned in the water, so he has an aversion to water, so he kind of avoids it. So that's why you don't see it in that one shot. Look at it from his perspective. It's like cool little details like that. And also going back to when you mentioned like Mark Ruffalo's character, who is Chuck, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, like IL, something like that. When they first came over, when they confiscate the guns from them, DiCaprio's character has no problem at all because he has experience. But the idea is you're supposed to think at the beginning that Mark Ruffalo's character is experienced, like he's his partner, right? But he's not actually a partner. He works at the island. He's never experienced gun and stuff that much. So you can see he struggles to take it out of the holster. He gives the whole holster to the guard, I think, as well. So there's already multiple clues that you can see at the beginning indicating that this isn't actually a partner of crime. I remember getting kind of confused by that when I watched it.
Yeah, I absolutely did not realize that the first time around, but I also just watched it once, so
Yeah.
that does make sense now that you say that.
So, and then also, yeah. So later on, he asked for the scientist Io, right? Because he's looking for that, but they told him that he's off the island because he's gone somewhere else, right? And he can't get back because of the big storm, which I'll mention a little bit more later. But so, and when DiCaprio's character asks for the scientist, people look around kind of confused because he's standing right next to him. Mark Ruffalo's character is the scientist. That's why people are like, wait, what? What's going on?
Okay.
It's kind of a cool little detail there.
So yeah, as we said, I think we can just get into the big twist now because why not?
Yeah, I kind of spoiled it a
Um,
little bit.
the girl who was off the island, the whole time they keep mentioning, oh, she sucks because she drowned her kids,
Hmm.
which is a rude thing to do, admittedly. But it turns out that wasn't actually her who did that. It was Leonardo DiCaprio's old wife.
Yeah, it was his previous wife,
Yeah,
and she drowned the children. That was actually really kind of for
that
me.
was
That was
such
like
a weird.
that was weird. That's like a weird like. Oh wait a minute. That was like a heartfelt scene for me as well.
That was one of the better parts of the movie. Yeah, it was just so interesting, and then Leonardo DiCaprio has like a very interesting reaction to it as well that makes sense, but also it's very sad.
Yeah, that's when he. Is that when he drowned his wife?
He
Well,
did not drown his wife.
not
He
drowned. Shoot.
yeah, he shot his wife
Yeah, and that's
because
why
she
he was
drowned
in.
the
Yeah,
kids.
that's why he's an aversion to water. That's why he's in there.
Hmm.
Makes sense. The ending was so good. Like when he finally realizes, oh, and you also learn that this is the second time I think it's happened, right? I wasn't a big fan of that part. I will say it was kind of unfortunate knowing, oh, this doesn't actually mean anything.
Hmm.
Because he might just revert back. But it was really cool in the bottomy part. Like you end off with him knowing that he's gonna get lobotomized. It's like, oh, that's kind of sad. Like all
Yeah.
this work just to get lobotomized. Oh man.
So yeah, and that's the whole thing here is he's like hallucinating a bunch of stuff, and
Yeah.
he hallucinates finding that one girl who got out of the jail. He's like in
Mhm.
a cave with
Yeah,
her,
in the cave with her and
and
stuff.
she's telling him, "Oh, these people, they're bad."
Yeah, what's her name? Rachel? Is that Rachel? I think it was.
Maybe.
Did you also notice that the guards, like around the lighthouse, for example, aren't looking for Rachel because she doesn't exist?
Yeah.
And didn't Chuck fall off the cliff or something like that? Hallucination or something like
He
that?
had he's a messed up guy.
Chuck? No, Chuck's fine.
No, I mean Leonardo
Yeah,
DiCaprio.
Teddy is a little messed up. I can agree with
But
that.
yeah, I think this movie is, like I say, I don't mind it. I think I just wanted it to. I kind of like the direction it was going at the beginning, and
Mhm.
I get why you like the twist and everything.
Yeah.
It just doesn't fully work for me for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, the midpoint for me was definitely the weak point. I started to get a little bored, I guess. I like the atmosphere of the like the storm slowly getting worse,
Hmm.
which is actually a Freudian reference from psychology, so it's kind of cool. And at the end, when he finally realizes everything, his subconscious clears up and you have the sunny sky.
Yeah, and I just the beginning to me was so cool. It's like, oh, this is some kind of a
Yeah,
cool mystery by Scorsese.
yeah, it's
He's
based off.
making this fun mystery with Leonardo DiCaprio and Mark
Yeah,
Ruffalo, and then it just doesn't go that way. And I know that that might just be a me thing, and that's fine. I just
hmm,
don't really care a lot about the ending 100%.
yeah,
Like I say, I like that part with Leo. I like the sad part with the wife drowning the kids and stuff.
mhm,
That's interesting. That's cool.
yeah,
But the whole twist as a whole, I don't think it works out that well for me.
yeah. I
Oh,
can
yeah, I
see
forgot Ralph Fiennes is the guy, right?
who.
Like the main guy at the place. He's the actor from Schindler's List.
Wait,
Oh
what?
no, it's not. That's not Ralph Fiennes. It's Ben Kingsley.
Yeah, it's
Why did I
about
think it was Ralph Fiennes?
yeah, Ben
Is he
Kingsley.
in the movie? No. Okay, so I'm just going crazy.
Oh, you're the guy from The Prestige, Max von Sydow.
Why did I think Ralph Fiennes was in it? Now I'm just misremembering. I guess. Oops.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, Ben Kingsley is in it. That's actually his first film as a psychiatrist on a crazy in a mental asylum kind of. But his second film was in
What else is
2014.
he in?
Ben Kingsley.
Yeah.
I think he's known the best for The Beast.
No, stop
Sexy
it.
Beast,
Stop
yeah.
it. Stop it, Beatles.
He's in Schindler's List as well. And Sopranos. I remember that. Yeah.
movies.
Yeah, back in-
Gandhi. Okay,
Yeah.
he's in Schindler's List as well, so maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, he's best known for Sexy Beast, which I've never seen that before, but he has an appearance in Sopranos, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, back to Shutter Island.
Back to the movie that we're talking about today.
Yeah, it's a cool movie.
You got any more
Also, it's
fun facts?
Actually, it's a fun fact. This is DiCaprio's. So this was made in 2010, right?
Mm-hmm.
That in 2010, he also stars in Inception. In both movies, he plays a character dealing with the loss of his wife.
I mean, yeah.
And this is also Scorsese's biggest movie in terms of money, amount of money made up until that point, and then it was later beaten by Wolf of Wall Street, which we'll talk about next time.
Yeah, we're actually doing Wolf of Wall Street next time, guys. So
Yeah, and they actually wanted to make Wolf of Wall Street instead of Shutter Island here, but it never happened because of finances. They didn't have enough money for it at the time.
But then this movie kind of gave them enough money, probably, because
Yeah,
it did so
probably.
well.
It was definitely a bigger movie. So
I know he made a movie called Hugo in between these. I'm pretty sure that was between these.
Who did?
Scorsese.
Scorsese, yeah.
It's like I never seen it, but I know it's like a fun children adventure kind of thing from what I've heard.
I think I know what you're talking. That's actually a good movie.
I don't know what it is very well, but
I've heard good things. I also watched Twilight when I was younger.
So yeah, Shutter Island. It's super well acted and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to put down the acting and the directing and everything because it's really good. I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio is pretty much a great actor in everything you've seen him in, but he's great here, obviously.
Yeah, he does a great
Mark
job.
Ruffalo is really good. Not Ralph Fiennes is really good. Scorsese does a good job directing it. For some reason, the island setting reminded me a lot of the third Alvin and the Chipmunks movie, and that made me laugh in the middle.
I actually know what you're getting at, though, because I watched that too. It's like, I can totally see what you're getting at there.
I don't know why, but randomly in the middle of the movie, I thought that, and it made me start laughing.
I didn't even cross my mind until you mentioned it, but I can totally see what you're getting at there.
And it's like, no, I can't unsee this now. Obviously, this is a much better movie than that, but...
Yeah, I would argue.
And they came out around the same time.
It did?
Yeah, I think that movie was in like the same time period. I don't know if it was probably like a year or two off, but...
Yeah. I think this was a great movie overall. Scorsese did not like it. He didn't... Like, after this, he made Silence, which was a passion project for him, but before this... He didn't really want to do Shutter Island. Like, I know David Finch was considered as a director for it, which might have been better.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. But Scorsese later said that he wished a different director had done it, kind of, but he did make money out of it. It was a solid movie, so...
And, it still holds up pretty well.
Yeah.
It's still a famous movie, regardless of personal preferences about how it was supposed to go. But I get that it's also based on a book, and that's the whole point of the book, and you don't change the story. It's just...
Yeah.
I don't care for the plot twist. I'm sorry.
Oh man, I think it was pretty cool. When you think the plot twist is cool, it's suddenly a way better movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo's in it. He's cool. He got in because he emailed Scorsese because he actually loves Scorsese, and it's kind of funny because Robert Downey Jr. and Josh Brolin were also considered for his role instead, and all three of those actors are big Marvel actors.
They're the big ones from Marvel.
So that's kind of a funny thing to think about.
But Josh Brolin ended up being too busy working on Old Boy 2013, so he couldn't have done this one.
I don't want to think about that.
So
movie.
Anyway, any final thoughts on Shutter Island?
I like it. I like the twist personally, but if you don't, I can see why you might not be mind blown by it, but I liked it.
Give this a score from 1 to 10.
I would say 8 to 9, somewhere in between there.
Go with 1.
1?
Go with one of them, I mean. Go with 8 or 9. I don't mean go with 1.
I was like, what do you mean a 1 out of 10? That's not that bad.
You're saying it's a 1, you stupid.
8.5.
No, go with 8 or 9.
Damn it, 9.
9?
Rounds up.
Okay, 9. I'm going... Sorry, guys. 6 out of 10.
This is big. That's what you gave it on Letterboxd.
I stand by it.
Damn.
And it's not like it's a bad movie or anything. It's a perfectly acceptable, perfectly fun Scorsese time. Well, fun's not the right word, but it's a perfectly watchable Scorsese movie. It's well directed and everything. That is not my personal favorite. But next time we're getting to something that I definitely do like more. And you also, I know, like this one more.
I do like it a lot, actually.
So, yep. See you guys next time for Wolf of Wall Street.